Have I learned anything new? I think what I have learned so far has been mostly about practicing individual rooms. Let me bring up the tracker real quick. And the timer in 1 second. Like, in terms of routing, the routing is really wide open. That is a thing that I have learned. So you can actually go anywhere. This is a thing that I kind of knew to be true already, which is that the seed is really wide open. You can go anywhere, you can do anything, and it has, you know, a similar chance of being viable. So figuring out where to go and what to do in any given situation is going to be a lot more dynamic than it was in the previous flag set. And that's something that I've known to be true, and I have tried to put into practice in my routing for most of the practice that I've been doing. Recently watching people, there's been a couple of like specific tricks that I've seen people do that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I want to try and do that. I want to practice that. So that's a lot of where I'm headed towards in my practice these days. Is it's like, excuse me. If I do a room badly, I want to go back and practice that room and get better at that room. You don't know this game? So Timespinner is a Metroidvania heavily inspired by Symphony of the Night. It's a very Castlevania kind of Metroidvania. And it's fantastic. It's a great game. God, that moth jump. I want to go back and practice that. I really want to go back and practice that too. It's a game that I really like my vanilla playthrough, and it's a game that I've really enjoyed playing the randomizer for. I think the writing was really good. I really enjoyed the characters and their dynamics. The mechanics are really good. It's really fun to just play around in the world using the different weapons and the different spells and the different movement options. And it lends itself really well towards speedrunning and towards the randomizer. There's a lot of optimizations that you can make, a lot of things that you can do in order to play better, to go faster, which I really like. It's something that I've really enjoyed about the randomizer. Comment like that during my race. I could see my movement being cleaner compared to last year. I appreciate that. I hope so. Honestly, like, I want to be better, and it's a little bit easier. Like, I think there's a little bit less using the phrase set play, but that's not exactly right. More freedom in terms of clean navigation when you don't have Teleria. With Teleria, there's kind of a more obvious best way to do any given room. It's more about like, okay, you enter the room, you jump here, and you just hold Teleria the whole way through. And without Teleria, I think there's a little bit more room for different ways to navigate a room and still have it feel clean, still have it feel fast. Yeah. So I think it looks better because I don't have Teleria. And when you have Teleria, the problems hurt more. Like, it's more obvious when you're unpracticed, I think. What is in my throat? Jesus Christ. Are we okay? All right, we're okay. Everything's going to be all right. So yeah, more practice. That's it. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes better, at least, which is what I'm going to be going for. So, let's jump in. Let's do the thing. I have a list of seeds still to go through, so I'm going to keep on copy-pasting seeds from the Discord to practice on. Uh-oh, my save files. That's all right. Get out of here. All of the save files can go. Goodbye, all of the save files. I will miss you, all of the save files. But I'll throw up this random seed and we'll get going. I'm kind of like not sure whether I want to have the timer up for like my first run of the day, because I want to be in a position where like if I run into something weird, I want to go back and practice it. But I guess I can always stop the timer in that situation and practice it and then move on afterwards. Less forgiving hitbox as a platform than expected. Yeah. I got the grab once and then missed jumping on top of the moth, and that was miserable. And then I missed the grab once, which was even more miserable, I think. Like I didn't actually expect it to be possible to miss the grab there. I thought it was going to be pretty free. Landing on top of it, you know, the hitbox is less forgiving or whatever. But I was more surprised that I missed the grab at all. So I wanna make sure that that doesn't happen to me again. Oh, I have to start the seed and then back out and go forward again because of the load times. There we go. All right, let's jam. Nether orb neutral. Nether orb blunt damage. Whoa. Okay. Damage is not going to be a problem. Oh, I got to do the thing. Get out of here. I'm unstoppable. That's right, Lunaeus. You are unstoppable. Lunaeus going to get out there and kick some ass. Okay. I realize that I am probably the most experienced in this room when it comes to the Timespinner Randomizer. But has anybody ever seen a seed where the spell from Mom was Light Wall? Like, is that even possible? Broader range of execution skill? Absolutely. We have more people, right? There's 24 people in the tournament this time. Like, that's so big compared to last year. Last year, I think we barely hit 16. If we even hit 16. Chaos Blades. I'll stick with Jin Inferno, I think. Get popped. Metal wristband, sure. A lot of them are newer because of the way they came in from Archipelago. I think so, yeah. Some of them definitely from Archipelago. A couple of people just like friends of friends in other randomizer communities or whatever. Bird. Well, rip that cloak. Yeah, that's a good point. It's actually really nice to see people with other rando experience coming into the community, right? Like people coming over from Link to the Past, or people coming over from FFR or something. So, just like a different set of experience that they're bringing to the table. And yeah, people coming over from Archipelago that just have a lot of randomizer experience, that's really cool. I gotta make this jump here, stay high there, so that the bat flies into the ceiling. Tiny optimizations. Tiny optimizations. Kill them bats. Bats are good experience. This is a thing that I have learned recently. Is if you have like a big spell and you're trying to get some value out of your aura, bats are good experience. Might actually be blocked. I think it might be, because I've never seen it. And I feel like at this point I would have seen it at least once. The moat is full, cannot go into the moat. Skipping the moat. I don't need the save here. We can just move on. Get out of there. Some tight jumps to land on the opposite sides of enemies here. Pyroplus and Water Mask. What a seed. Forbidden Plus? All right, I'm in. I'm in for Forbidden Plus. Give me the swords. Although honestly, keeping a set with Nether up was probably a good choice too. She can't give you plasma. That's not a thing I realized. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Just because like the fact that it costs aura in the beginning when you have no aura to work with. Tiny optimizations. Falling through there instead of going all the way around. I didn't check the map prior to picking up the Water Mask. I can get into the moat now. That's an interesting thing. But we'll take this loop first and see where that gets me. You're staying up late to watch my match? Aww. I do need another set. Nether is still blunt, which is not bad. Fire irrelevant? Fire not irrelevant, actually. Alright, I need to not die here. Not dying here would be pretty good. Oh, okay. Modern to Lake Desolation. And I understand I can just make this jump? Yes! I've been trying to figure out how to navigate that goddamn room, and apparently you can just jump right over the mini-demon. Easy. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of Castlevania feels in this game. That is deliberate. That is extremely deliberate. Let's go check out Modern. I don't really care about going up here. The meta is check beneath the twins, because that's been important in a couple of races. Oh, I guess I have the save. Okay, it's worth checking. It's worth checking. It's worth checking? I'll believe it's worth checking. Been a long time since you played this style of game. Okay. Then I have to ask you, what is stopping you? Because this game is very good. Like, I'm not just saying that. I think this game is actually very good. Ether. There we God, what am I doing? Making this look real bad. Warp Shard? D card. Okay, I want to keep those, and I have the Warp Shard. So I'm just going to use the Warp Shard. Perfect. Modern. Okay. Yeah, playing Bethesda games is a pretty good reason. Ooh, Shadow Seal. Does Shadow Seal work with Forbidden? Shadow Seal doesn't work with Plasma and doesn't work with Gun. But I think it works with Forbidden. Yo, this was a good digression. This was a very good, very good choice to make, routing, thing. This is a very good place to go. How am I double jump? Alright, we gotta go say hi to Skelly. Skelly is very important. It's a good thing I don't have a key card. I don't want to actually be tempted to go into Zarian's Caves here. But we do have to go talk to Skelly. Bombardment, alas, is minus. Good double jump. The new meta is ignore Skelly until you go in? No, I will never ignore Skelly. I believe in Skelly. Okay. I'm getting the kills on these enemies like a second later than I want to, because they're alive just long enough to hit me. I have time stop. Let's not forget that time stop is real. Crimson Vortex Plus, that is real too. What do I have? Whatever. That'll work. Old coat! Nobody cares about old coat. There's probably a way to make that room look look cleaner, But at that point, inner ancient pyramid. Oh, sweet. That's all right. So we don't actually need vertical to make it to Sandman's door? That is interesting. Probably not relevant, but definitely interesting. Well, I have vertical anyway. Speaking of, I have vertical anyway. Right, I have double jump. I can get cute with my light walls. Poor Wef having to watch runners get cute with their light walls. Is Buckle Hat better? Yes. Having to watch all these archipelago runners place light walls in weird places. You're gonna make the cutest light walls? I believe in you, Planeswater. I want you to make just the cutest goddamn light walls. I want you to drive Wef into having a goddamn aneurysm during commentary. Put yourself into light wall jail and still win the match. Oh, okay. So that's not quite as good, but that'd be really funny. What do we have? Captain's uniform. That's really irrelevant to me. Guess I'll buy some biscuits. Alright, well, now I have almost everything I could want. So, I can continue in the present, but without the elevator keycard, I'm less inclined to. So we're going to go visit the twins. Actually, we're going to do some one-off checks first. I'm going to go to the moat. I'm going to go to Bombardiers. I'm going to go to Engineer Jump because I don't want to have missed these. I think it is slower doing the one-offs first, but I do have warp shards. So it's not that much slower. Like, now that I have warp shards, I'm a lot happier going for these random one-offs. That sounds like the kind of thing that would not have changed, Mark Magus. I would be extremely surprised to find out that the thing that was not allowed before is now allowed for whatever reason. Wow, rude. Princess dress. Sure. I'll be a princess. Blood plus. Some good orbs this game. Oh, stuff implemented for AP? Sure. Alright, I'm going to do the thing that I always say I want to see people do during the race. Which is skip Golden Idol until I can come back to it from above. Because I want to have the warp. I don't have Royal, unfortunately, so... I am doing the thing. In fact, I might go back down now? I guess it doesn't matter. I kind of don't want to bother with Golden Idol until I have Gas Mask. Because the only reason to kill Golden... I guess there's one check there, right? So I'm fading 2 checks at the Golden Idol location. The one on the right and behind the big demon. And, the one... Filigree tea, great. The one actually behind Golden Idol. But for the most part, I am killing Golden Idol because I want to get to the lab. So I think I am actually just going to fade the Golden Idol location completely until I have... Until this seed proves to me that the lab is in logic. I don't actually need another light wall, do I? I can just jump. Oh, maybe not. Oh, from here. There we go. A gear? Okay. 2 of 5. Like, we have gotten enough, like, time-locked seeds now that I am going to let the seed prove to me that it wants me to go to the lab before I bother setting up to go to the lab. I guess I'm not equipping over Sellens right now. Hey, I did the jump. I like that jump. Just go over you. You can do it on both sides. Okay, I guess I want my time back. Taking the save solely to clear the chaos. Oh, I just have Jin Inferno. I don't know why I'm even worrying about it. Messing around with my equipment like, oh, he's weak to chaos. You have Jin Inferno. Doesn't matter what he's weak to. He's weak to Jin Inferno. The pyro ring being like, omae wa shinderu. Eye orb neutral. Heading towards the maw. I've faded waterfall. Am I continuing to fade waterfall? I think when I get to the next warp, I will go back and do waterfall. Yeah, that's the power of Pyro Orb. You hit them with something and then you walk away. And then they die while your back is turned. And you look very cool. Moth practice time? That's honestly not a bad idea. Yep, screwed it up. See? You gotta be careful there. I gotta just wait it out. I gotta just let it get a little bit closer and wait it out. Hi, bats. Bye, bats. Oh, that was the warp that I was going to go back to Waterfall for, wasn't I? Oh, well. And, like, I'm still moving forward, and the whole time in my head, I'm like, what if Waterfall is Teleria? Eels! I love this check. I love that there's eels. Like 5 years old at this point, some of these inside jokes. Am I an eels person? There's an inside joke with Night in the Woods. Fire is good here. So Jin Inferno is good here. Jin Inferno is good. Are you surprised Jin Inferno is good? It turns out Jin Inferno is good. Also, time to set things on fire. They are putting out a new game in the near future. Revenant Hill, I think? And it's the same kind of art style. I am very, very excited for Revenant Hill. But the protagonist in Revenant Hill is a little bit more sandboxy. I think it's got like a almost Stardew-esque kind of like crafting, farming, interacting with villagers kind of thing. But the character that you are is an even more cat kind of cat, and I'm 100% here for it. It's like one random throwaway conversation. Why am I down here? I'm going on autopilot because I'm talking about Night in the Woods. This is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to horseshoe. Sequel to Demon Tower? Sure. I think it's quicker to go get the warp here now. And then backtrack through this area. But that I'm not sure, and it's probably pretty close either way. Yeah, with Teleria, it would probably be quicker to just go and come back. Because this is a very quick traversal with Teleria, and I feel like it's a much slower without it. Not just, like, lack of Teleria slow, but the jumps are more awkward. I guess with double jump, it's not as bad. The fire checks are now open if I wanted to go back to Desolation. I think so, Cryptomancer, but I still want to do it right, you know? Lab coat. Yes, please. This is a place where you can definitely get cute with your light walls, and it's a good thing I have double jump. Alright, whatever, max stand up. Should probably, like... I also need to get better at looking at what is on pedestals and skipping them if they're irrelevant. That is a thing that I do not do nearly as often as I should. Yes, combining ledges and light walls is a terrible idea. I've seen it so many times in the races now. It's difficult to tell on stream. It's easier to tell when you're actually playing. But yes, it does show it in the pedestal. Am I going for... Where am I going? I still don't have... Okay, so think about things. I still don't have elevator keycard, so I don't really want to go to the elevators. I have D and V, which doesn't really get me anywhere. I can go to the Maw Caves, which is entirely open all the way up until the Maw. Alright, so we're going to the Maw Caves. Oh, that's problems. Really? Why did that reset? Huh. Start, stop, resets again. Alright, well, timer's screwed. Assumes you're going straight into another run. I guess so, yeah. That's not behavior that I expected. But I can understand it. Time plus 30:46. I mean, if I had continued the timer movement. Yeah, I don't like what start stop is doing there. Wonder if that's a thing I can change. Berry pick me up. Alright, I can save and quit out of that. I can save and quit out of that too. Flooded Maw Caves, though. The timer doesn't really matter for the practice. It matters a little bit, but not a lot. Oh, right, flooded. I don't even need the light walls. Yeah, Rising Tides is really cool. Economizer. What a great place for an economizer. It's a trap! Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. See you later, snail. Alright, after this, we're going to check one-offs. We're going to go to Waterfall first. And then the fire checks in the present. I am going to go get the save down here, though. And I think I'm going to go through the last couple of checks here. I'll get the Plasma Crystal, even though it's out of logic. And yeah, I'll go get the top of the... I guess I should go to Bat Ledge in the cave, considering I can get there via the elevator. Oh, this is really painful with the water. I changed my mind. We're, instead of doing this, doing a thing that is not this. I'm still doing Waterfall, though. Waterfall, then fire checks. And I guess if Siren's Cave has something, then I'm just behind. Hit the ledge. Slow. Momentum in water is so different. Alright, if the fire checks don't have anything, then we're going to Bat Ledge and Siren's Cave. Really? Tablet, okay. Back to the library for tablet checks. Instead of Siren's Cave. Gonna get baited away from Siren's Cave. Tablet is always bait. I have the V card. Tablet might not be bait. Am I keyboard? No. I'm playing on a PS4 controller. Why do you ask? Sounded clicky? Yeah, the buttons are kind of clicky, huh? Whoa. Keycard C. Yeah, for whatever reason, like, the X button specifically is clicky, and the other buttons not so much. Captain's Cap relevant? That is pink for the purposes of going to get the mom's room. But no, we're going to Bat Ledge. We're going to Bat Ledge. We're going to do Siren's Cave while I am here. Oh, look, it's bees. Everybody's favorite. Siren's Cave slow? Siren's Cave slow, but I think I'm still doing it. One of those, like, these checks have been here and gettable for quite a long time, and I don't want to fade them any longer. Gilded Egg, not impressive. So shiny. Yeah, agreed. Aha! I'm so behind! All right, gas mask. Yeah, this is pretty real. I guess I go kill Ma? I guess I go kill Ma. And I go kill Golden Idol. I don't have B yet. I still don't have Elevator. Funny spot for gas mask, true. This, if the Ma checks are relevant, that'll be my my triple backtrack into Desolation. I need to learn how to use time stop in bosses. It's just like there's weird muscle memory for it, and I don't have it. It's a thing I need to practice. Especially bosses like them. The stupid goddamn emperors are such a problem. Right? Winfei needs to teach people. Absolutely. As long as I'm here, let's fill up. And I could go fight Ifrit. I think I'll do that. Ifrit never has anything relevant, but, well, I have this Kobo, you see. Ifrit had a gear. Oh my god. I'm a genius. Ifrit had a gear and I'm a genius. It's true. Ifrit never has anything relevant, except for this one time with this gear. Empire's Plus. Okay. We'll go back and equip that Eternal Coat once things fade. And I have C, so I can get across the towers. C, but no elevator keycard. Rough. There's a chest here, isn't there? Yep. There it is! Oh my god, I don't need elevator. It's true. I don't need elevator. I don't need vertical. Oh no! Okay, this is really funny actually, because this is still working. Okay, he hits hard? Who let him do that? So that's like a... We'll call it like a 44 and a half. 45 and a half. We'll call it like 45. We'll call it like 36 or 46. 46 and some change. I'm gonna put that down as a 46XX. What a seed. Gas Mask was bait. Teleria was not bait, but Gas Mask was bait. I don't think I hit my head. Alright, what have we learned? Ifrit never has anything important. And, Gas Mask is bait. See, I just needed to wait even longer. Slow down for the Moth Time Stop. Yes, that is an actual learning. That's true. I kind of tried that, but yeah. Don't Teleria left in Varndegroth's room unless you have meatballs. Also accurate. But yeah, meatballs work, it turns out. That's great. That's great news. It turns out Varnagroth is completely free if you have Jin Inferno, because he gives you a defensive position to work from. Hey, Mershon, how's it going? Fascinating. I wasn't sure that was gonna work. I'm very glad that it did. Yeah. I mean, you should not be cute with your light walls anyway. Just spend the aura. But, double jump makes it a lot easier. What else have we learned? The Eternal Mother restored it. Jim the Eternal Mother. How do I feel about my routing? I'm not sure if I should be working Siren's Cave in earlier. Did I beat it in 14 minutes? No. The timer is missing about 31 minutes from the clock. Yeah, 14 minutes is psychotic. I can imagine a 15-minute seed, but that's pretty insane. Do I think doing it earlier is actually better? Was the seed just unfortunate? The thing to be said about doing Siren Cave earlier is that 2 of the checks in Siren Cave are Sphere 1, which puts some extra weight on them. Not based on the randomization algorithm, but based on just the viability of the seed. And if you're gonna miss something, missing something that's in Sphere 1 is the worst something to miss. I think in a lot of randomizers, I'm in the habit of following the progression, and I don't think that's quite as true with Timespinner because of the way the randomization works. Yeah, I still need to figure out a good way to route Siren's Cave in. Like, especially if I have access to it from both the warp and from below. Like, I don't know what the best way to work on, like, getting the different pieces of it because they're kind of separated out. And then there's the different multiple access points. I think anybody's happy with Siren routing? I'd believe that. Siren routing is pretty balls. Yo, Batty, thank you for the raid. How's it going? The timer is a lie. The timer should read, like, plus 31. So, like, 46 and some change. Welcome, Valsor. How you doing? Okay, so given that the seed was necessarily locked out from the lab and from the, like, you literally could not get to the military hangar in this seed. That's not true. You could get to the military hangar, you just couldn't get into the lab. Maybe you could get into the lab, maybe the B card was available in one of the checks that I faded. You never needed to, right? This is a thing that I believe to be true about these seeds, is I am kind of incentivized to be more thorough and fade less checks, because whole swaths of the game can just be inaccessible, and you don't want to be bouncing against that wall. Although, it's another one of those situations where it's like, I kind of want the game to prove to me that parts of it are accessible before I'll take the necessary steps to get there. But at the same token, like, I'll want to progress until I hit that wall, so I know where that wall is. Heard today that some randomness is in the game regarding the items. It's true! There is a little bit of randomness. You don't know why you did streams like right now, not earlier. You love doing detailed practice. Oh, I should go back and watch your stream then, Patty. I should figure out what you're doing. Whatever Batty's practicing, I need to go practice that too. Yeah, other flag sets incentivize diving lab because you need to get there anyway. So going through it and clearing all the stuff on the way is stuff that you would have to go through and clear regardless. So if it's there, you just go get it. And if it's in the other places, then maybe you get to the other places a little bit slower, but you've now already done the things that you need to do. And I think the same is true. Like, the only way that's true in this flag set is Pyramid. You have to do Pyramid no matter what. But you could have the warp on the right side of Pyramid, and then there's nothing you have to bypass. Whereas if you have the warp on the left side of Pyramid, doing Pyramid makes sense to get that right side warp, and picking up the checks along the way is relatively free because it's something you'd have to do anyway no matter what. But that's the only place that's true in this flag set, is Pyramid. Everything else is pretty much optional. Here to cheer on my champion training. Thank you, Inkling. Who decides the seeds? There's a website randomizer for tournament seeds. Yarno built a seed generator into a website. So you just say, hey, give me a tournament seed, and it'll spit out a tournament seed. Yeah, I think it's better races. I'm not sure if it's more fun to race necessarily, but it's definitely more fun to watch and definitely more fun to commentate. So I'm really, really happy with this flag set overall. I think it's really cool. All right, let's do another one. What is my next seed? This is my next seed. Should I have the seed on screen? It's not unreasonable. I have the thing for that, so I might as well do it. There you go. Now you can see the seed I'm doing. And I think my plan is still just follow the progression for the most part. Like, I really do like checking Serene early if that's available. I really like routing that gets me more warps if I can. That's, I think, the most important thing to me in this routing is getting warps unlocked and getting warp shards as soon as they become available. Those are the things that I am prioritizing in routing. More so than check density. I want to unlock more warps, and I want to get warp shards. All right. Let's go. Blood minus atrocious? Oh my god. This is so slow. Gun is plus. Wow. There's some orbs that the dummy has like a much higher iframe window. Like there's some orbs that you can just smack him, and then there's some orbs where the dummy is like invincible for whole seconds at a time. And I do not understand what's going on with that. That's one of your seeds? Yeah, I don't remember where I got, like, who posted all of these seeds that I am playing. But all of the seeds that I am playing were seeds that I got, from the Discord. By the way, I love this for the birds. If you jump on the way into the birds, they activate a little bit earlier. So they'll fly over your head as you get to the top of the roof. You don't need to wait for them. Extremely minor optimizations. Alright, that's not worth it. That is so slow. Also, gun is expensive. Yikes. Alright, I really need something that is not this orb. Don't fly through the roof. Thank you. Alright, I guess that is technically not Nether Minus. But, it feels like you are laughing at me, Seed. Do I even switch to it? Do I even equip Shattered Minus? I don't know that I do. Ooh, sure. I am probably going to need that if I intend to use gun on anything. Here for minutes? Alright. Minutes is good. That's true. It is higher DPS. So if I actually need to fight anything, it might be a good choice. There is apparently one racer who is in the habit of fading the moat check until he has vertical, which is fascinating. You're welcome, Riza. I'm happy to share all my little tricks. May they serve you well. Iron Minus. What a world we live in. This goddamn ledge. This ledge specifically. Plan to link it in with bombardiers rather than spending the time. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, right, Batty? Yes, I agree. It's like, yeah, there's something to it there. I understand the thought process, but oh, I don't like it. Gun working out pretty well. Fan of gun. That's an antidote? That's really not worth going out of my way to pick up, he says as he goes out of his way to pick it up. I don't know if I can go here, but there's not a whole lot of options for where to go anyway, so I'm not bothering to check it on the map. If I had any other kind of progression, I might check to see if this was flooded before coming here. But I don't, so I won't. Hey, look, it's flooded. Wow, that's really awkward. I don't have warp shards. I can't get to the save. Can I get to the save, actually? I can't get to the save, right? Okay. If I save and quit out, where was my last save? Pretty far away. Pretty far away. But there was nothing good. I guess I'm just dying? What? I literally never hit any save on the way in. Can I just start over? Can I just start the timer over? It happened to you in warm-up yesterday? Wow, this is pretty miserable. Only 8 minutes behind, right? Well, we're not going left. I know it's terrible. I know everything is terrible, actually. So I guess we're going straight to, bats is where we're going. Hitbox on the bombardiers is rude? Absolutely. Oh, that gun is so slow! Can't do the thing with gun there. Yeah, we're just going straight to Bat Ledge here. Straight to, Siren's Cave, rather. I guess I should still have tagged that save. That might have been a good idea. But oh well. Yeah, these idiots I actually know how to bait. I've done some practice in the caves. I can do the caves well, I think. Maybe not. Oh, really not. Don't you dare touch me. Hey, look, a level. Buh. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not worried about it. This is me being not worried about it. Empire Crown. Yes, please. Alright, the Empire Crown is worth picking up, I guess. I suppose I'll tag this save now. So the progression is, in fact, under the twins. This goddamn... Alright. Alright. That is still, like... About 10 minutes for the start of the siege, just... hurled into the dumpster. Just yeeted away. Free value for anybody who wants it. Time-worn beacon to Lake Serene. Could be. Yeah, can't set fire to anything yet. It's true. All right, we got a bit of a long walk here. I'm not bothering for Moat because I know Moat's useless. In fact, I know everything on the way here is useless. So we just skip it all. Oh, actually getting some damage off of blood now. That's cool. Really? Really? How did that hit me? That's supposed to not hit you. Yeah, don't just stand there. All right. Maybe. Oh, that might be it, Mark Magus. It might have been Mayef's fault. That little dream dragon. $75 from every light missile against the giantesses. That's pretty strong. That's good damage. Well, that didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to. Ah, trigger him early. That's good. Good tech. He sure thinks he's helping. Just look at how helpful that little doofus is. I wonder if using blood in the air affected my jump arc. Midnight Cloak and... Okay, take a hairpin. Hairpin is double jump, yep. I'm not going to fight the twins, though. I am going to fade that boss fight. Listen, I am 10 minutes behind. I need to find every time save I can. That is makeable. Man, I screwed that jump up so many times. I didn't think you could actually make that. Correct, Mark Magus. I do not want to fight a disturbingly high HP spot for its location in the game with blood minus and nothing else. Get wrecked, baby shiver. That's true. I do have arm cannon. I do have bionic arm. So I could probably kill one of several bosses. But definitely not all bosses. And I'm not willing to go peek in and check with the expectation of maybe saving and quitting out if it's a boss that I can't kill. I will check Azure Queen, though. Oken is so good against Ravenlord. You're not wrong. I gotta wait for these flies here. This is also the worst. Flies. Not checking Cantorin. I don't care about Cantorin. This is flooded? What a world I live in. I don't have fire. God, I don't have anything. What is this seed? At least I have double jump. Modern warp beacon to Siren's Cave. Not without elevator keycard. I Plus is out there. Oh, is Oculus Plus? Okay. Alright, well, if that's how it's gonna be. That movement, I learned that from somebody, and I'm really happy about that too. Jumping up on the other side of the block. If it's not here, then it's either in Cantoran, or the Golden Idol fight, or the one check you can get in Ilana's Towers without more progression. Oh, hey, look. It's an elevator keycard. Alright, what do you have for me? Whatever, hit me. It's not worth it. Not that I can do anything about it. I do know how to orb swap, so that's not too bad. Okay. We can go to the library at least. So I'm on board with that. Did in fact find progression. Do I go through the rest of this? I think I do go through the rest of the towers as long as I'm here. Give me my experience, you tiny jerks. Without Water Mask, I absolutely fade those caves. For the warp alone, it's worth it. Oh, that's a fair point. Now you've got me thinking about it. That's fire. If still minus. You know what? Fine, just hurt me. Whatever, I don't care anymore. Hello, Teleria. Buckle hat is worth equipping. Oh, I have Empire Crown. Never mind. Nothing is worth equipping. I don't have C. Trendy jacket, I think, still doesn't have attack. Alright, see you later, Urza. Could have just taken the elevator. Not picking up the max stand-up. It's not the person I want to be. Lab coat is worth equipping. All the way down and out. Ah. Lab coat is second best. Yep, being a scientist is better than being a princess or an empress. This is a thing I have learned. Potion. What a great tablet. Oh, I have to leave the room and then come back for them to enable? Rude. So much minus. Spindle? Sure. Gas mask? I hate it here. Plasma is plus if I ever find plasma? Alright. Have a good night, Velazor. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for coming along with Batty for the raid. Where am I going now? I'm going to get the rest of these downloads. And then where? Ice Plus. Bat Ledge. I'm going to Bat Ledge. Yeah, the present is a lot. Umbra minus. I'm gonna have to sit on my orb screen for a second. Can you do this? Does this work? I think it works. Yeah, it's in logic. Okay. Just gotta get the positioning right. I don't know where to go from here. Ilana's Towers. Okay, we're gonna sit on this orb screen and figure this out. Ice plus. I don't like any of these. Ice plus. Blood. Plasmas plus. Shattered? And Jin Inferno, I guess? I don't know, man. can't get that check. I don't have the vertical for it. Is that I plus? Alright, I changed my mind on all of this. I is my new favorite. Alright, now I can fight bosses. Now I can fight everything. Do I have anything to sell? It's still not enough to actually buy high potions, is it? Alright, I'll buy the one. Just double jump towers? Questionable. What are you dropping? Antidotes. Okay. Gilded was last seed. Yes, that was shield, I think. I'm leaving behind a lot of checks here. This is scary. This was maybe not the play. I gotta go get this now, actually. So I can just warp out from Ilana's room. I love that jump. I'm not even sure that it's much faster, but I love it. Well, it's maybe faster if I can make it from here. Teleria, the little stairs on the right side. Oh, I can't use aura against you. Or plasma, rather. I want gun! There we go. A gear. And I'm missing out on a bunch of stuff up here. And I don't even know where to go next. Oh, no. Sure. Pink, and then there's some other one-off stuff? I guess stuff I deliberately avoided picking up. And fire checks, maybe? And then left side, there's left side. There's Desolation. We could just go to Desolation. If I'm going to Desolation, let's do fire. Let's burn the vines first. Bleak only works if you equip it on both use sets. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I probably just don't want Bleak equipped at all. What is my fire? It's spells. Not using Jin Inferno. Neutral. Get out of here. Get out of here with your neutral spells. Oh, I do need to actually burn both sides here. Because I'm gonna head from the right side, so I'm gonna horseshoe this. All right, actually, before I go too much further, I'm going to hope that I can figure out how to restart this timer without resetting it. I'm going to take a quick break here, I think. I need to go to the bathroom, and I should probably make sure I have water and whatever. But I'll be back momentarily, and when I come back, we'll finish off this seed and do a few more. Yeah, we got plenty of time. We'll do a few more after this. All right, so thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a good time. Very much appreciate you spending your time with me, and I'll be back in a bit. All right. Thank y'all for your patience. I am back, feeling better, and ready to keep this going. So, I'm gonna pause the music, bring the game back up. And I guess I have to figure out how to resume this timer instead of just like zeroing it out. I feel like there has to be a resume button. Hang on, let me check the controls. So there is a start split button. And that's the button that I use to pause it. Oh, I guess I don't have pause set as a hotkey, which is maybe the problem. Let's try numpad 7 and see if that will resume it. Nope. Do I have a skip split hotkey? Why is this so difficult to use? Skip split is 2. You just hit pause as a hotkey then and then restart as well? Alright, well I have pause as a hotkey now, but I think that's not going to help me since I guess I stopped it. Yeah, like I'm not using splits for anything either. Yeah, that's just going to reset it. Okay, so plus 3213 on the timer whenever we get to the end. I'm going to actually put that in the dock right now. 3213 plus whatever I end up with. Alright. Can start timer on 3213. Oh, I guess so, huh? Oh, but then I have to come back and change it again. I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. I'll just... This is just a spliced seed anyway. It's... I'm not gonna... It's all garbage. Alright. Resume. So, now I gotta remember where I'm at. I've done the top area. I have the C key card? When did I get C key card? And I was gonna go to Desolation. That's what I was gonna do. Because I did all the fire. I cut all the fire. So we're gonna go to Desolation and do all of the Desolation checks. With the possible exception of... Oh, we could go kill Maw, I guess. Oh, no, not without... God damn it. Leave me alone, you stupid birds. Not without Water Mask. Plasma Plus. Hell yes. Alright. Now I've got damage. Now I am happier. Yeah, Plasma's not going to do much here. On the other hand, Ice not very good at this either, but at least she's already dead. It's harder to horseshoe here, huh? Because there's the checks in the middle here. Chaos Plus. Oh, I have Eye! Why am I messing around with Ice when I could be messing around with Eye? Woof. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way around. This is also slow. I really need to figure out how to route this area. Because I don't have the answers right now. Wow. Shiver drop fully cooked Shiver. Oh no, it's the vines. The vines The vines are dropping fully cooked chicken dinners. There's the goddamn water mask. Oh, warp shard! I love warp shards. Hitting the save and doing all the top checks. Okay. And then you can always reset out. Sure. Yeah, I see it. Temporal Gyre entrance, huh? Alright. Not gonna go check that yet. What I am gonna do, though, is go kill the Maw now. Because I have the water mask. And that means I'm not double dipping quite as bad. I don't need to backtrack quite as much when it comes to getting the Maw checks. Getting the crash site checks, rather. I want to go get these underwater checks, I think. This is like, I have faded these checks before, and it feels like every time I fade these checks here by just going straight to the Maw, I'm punished for it. Gear! See what I mean? Every time! Blorb. And then I can just warp out once I get the check underwater here. Try to avoid that long walk because there is no chest on the bottom part, bottom right part. Oh yeah, sure. I understand. That's not where I want to be. Plasma. Very fun. Wow, the damage though. Economizer, okay. I'll save and quit out of this if they let me. Even with Teleria. Yeah, that's irrelevant to my interests. Yeah, having Plasma Plus to one-shot the mushrooms is definitely satisfying. And it definitely makes the caves a lot easier. Shadow Seal doesn't work with Plasma, is that right? I feel like that's right. Castle Keep should work. There's two orbs it doesn't work with. Gun is one of them, and I don't remember what the other one is. It's just a sand vial, it doesn't matter. Gun and Ice. Ice is the other one. Okay. Ancient Frail? It's a snail, not a frail. I don't think I ever knew that enemy's name. Oof. I trust myself. What am I doing? That's not particularly impressive. God damn it. Alright, fine. We'll just do it like this then. Terrible fight. You gonna buy me Octopath? Alright. Alright. I will accept it after stream. I guess I haven't checked... this area up here, Siren's Cave, this seed? Have I checked Siren's Cave? I checked the non-underwater parts of Siren's Cave. Can I get up there like this? I can't. Okay, so I should have done that jump first and then gone for the water. So the way this works then is I go right and then go left because I can take the auto warp out, but I could just warp shard out anyway. So I'll go left first. It's jumping at the same moment you press down. Okay. Yeah, I haven't ever tried that before. It's a thing that seems cool, though. Get wrecked, mushrooms. It's tea! I guess I'm not going to get the tea. I did it. Villette's safe. Colossal Blade is plus, huh? Crash site, crash site. Guess what else is plus? I'd probably use that over ice. Anywhere that ice matters. Like, where does ice matter? I could do Siren's Cave. And I can check Skelly. Well, I believe in Skelly. Should not have believed in Skelly. You've betrayed me, Skelly. It really is just present sirens and past sirens, isn't it? Like, I don't know how else to refer to this place. It's Upper Sealed Cave, I know. And Upper Caves of Banishment. But, like, it's just Siren's Cave. It's all Siren's Cave. Yes, last seed there was stuff here too. Plasma crystal. How do I use items? Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? I can get through to... Have I done it? I haven't done it yet, have I? Yeah, I haven't killed twins. Right, there were checks I was fading. Alright, we're gonna go kill twins. I've been into the plasma room. Right? Yeah, okay. Courtyard. Flooded courtyard. This was a flooded courtyard seed. I got this? Guess who's strong against plasma? Guess who's weak against plasma? Empress worse. Okay. Right. Being a scientist. Super good. Think I just keep fading courtyard? Do I just keep fading courtyard? I don't have the wheel, so we're not going into the gyre. I can't get up there. Oh my god. I'm skipping a lot of checks by doing this now. Without B card. But I feel like I don't have that many more options. I will take this save, I guess. Gear 3. Okay, that's relevant to my interests. The door down there is gated by B. And I guess we're not getting the upwards one quite yet. Since I don't have any kind of infinite vertical. I can go to the cat. I'm going to the gyre. There. Okay. I trust. There is vertical in the gyre. You ready? There is vertical in the gyre and wheel. Vertical and wheel, both in the gyre. This is that kind of seed. Seen worse? We absolutely have seen worse. Vanilla Sash. Let's go. If there's no vertical here, this is such a waste of time, because I can't actually make it to the other warp. This is such a bad play, but it's the kind of bad play that wins races if you hit that 10%. Oh! Okay, we get to the other warp first. Ah! Huh? Yeah, that was scary. Okay. I'm checking regret. I still believe. Look at that sun ring doing very, very slight amounts of work. Alright. Belief denied. But hey, at least we know. Waterfall. Sure. It is so slow. There is a lot of regret in Flooded Regret. It's extra regretful. Moat. Oh, Moat Bombardier's Engineer Jump. Let's go. Wait, I got this, right? Oh, I died. Right, this is the seed where I lost like 10 minutes right at the start, and everything was bad. Can I actually get engineers? I don't have the vertical. I can get... Okay, so I can't get bombardiers, but I can get engineer jump. Still can't get bombardiers. Wow. Is this going to be a no vertical seed? That's exciting. What? Oh, no. I know what that is. I don't know what that is. I haven't checked Lake Serene. Eels check, and I haven't checked Cantarin. That seems like a reasonable next set of checks. Eels and Cantarin, sure. And I think there might be an abandoned check in Serene? Wow. Where is Gun? Those don't matter. That doesn't matter. Flooded courtyard, basement loop. Go refill on warp shards first. Basement loop. Flooded basement. A lot of flooded this seed. The tides they be rising. Please stop being ice, actually. I do have the tablet, so potentially relevant. Okay, well. That's all of lab in logic. I was really hoping this would be a B-list seed. Wow, Radiant plus? All of the good weapons are plus. I'm on board. Not Shattered, I guess. I don't know what that is. Oh. Well then. Flooded courtyard? We're checking courtyard. This is kind of an unreasonable check. But again, I've got 10 minutes to make up. I do love that jump. What did I get? Not a whole lot is the problem. Okay. Go back and get the B checks first. Not relevant. Into the lab. I could still get the V stuff, so... I don't have full vertical. I don't have full vertical. Interesting. So cursed. Okay. Well, it's sure not a gear. Or a wheel, rather. I don't have time stop either! I can't make it through the lab. What can I get in here? There are still checks I can get here. Gun plus, I see. I can get the memories, yeah. Wait, can I? Oh, I can come in from above. Yep. That's right. That's how I have to route this. Without vertical, I can come in from above and get those checks. Through here. Get this. Fall down and get the memories this way. Neither of them are wheel, so this is irrelevant. Yeah, I haven't had to do that in a while either. I can get the B check in the towers. I can get Ifrit, I guess. There it is. That's go mode. V card from Flooded Basement. Yep. Oh. Next hit kills me. Let's not take that next hit. I do have the Bleak Ring equipped. No wonder. That's time. At 3110, plus my previous whatever. Uh, 3320. Or what? 10320 is my total. Should have been closer to 50 minutes. Should have been closer to 50 minutes had I not died. That was a painful death. Really a problem. Screw you, Genza. Verticalness! No light wall, no celestial sash, only double jump for my movement. Well, double jump to Teleria, but... Plus forgetting where I've been after the break. Yeah, that cost me probably like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. What a seed. Wow. Alright, that is the first time I have seen a seed not give you infinite vertical at all. That is impressive. Especially, like, figuring out what you have access to at that point. Like, knowing where in the lab you can go and can't go. That's new. I think I've never been in that situation before. Oh, fascinating. Alright. Vera sent me a friend request, so I can resolve that. Hello? Steam being extremely weird at me right now. There it goes. Alright, we figured it out. Alright, well, what a trial. What a trial of a seed. And, how do I feel about my routing? Aside from being dumb and dying, and then not knowing where I was going because I took a break and couldn't remember what I had and hadn't checked, I think I need to keep stuff in mind, right? There was a lot of checking the map and figuring out, okay, where do I go next? Like, I should just know. I need to take less time making those decisions. Because making the right or wrong decision overall is going to be less important than making a quick decision. Just like statistically. Because you're right or wrong some percentage of the time. And being right or wrong quicker, I think, is more important. You gotta wait 2 days? Okay. So, I mean, check it. If you need to check the map in order to know where you can go, then that's fine. But, like, I'm familiar enough with the game. I should be internalizing that. I should know where I can go. I should remember what I've skipped and what I need to go back for. And I should be able to do that without checking the map. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is those extra few seconds of checking the map and being like, all right, when I'm checking the map, I'm not being like, where is the correct place to go next? I'm being like, what is the nearest set of checks I haven't checked? I'm trying to be in the map as little as possible. So it's literally just what is lit up, and then I go straight there. And whether that is correct or not correct, I have no idea. I'm not thinking that hard about it. I'm just trying to get moving as quick as I can. So if I have that internalized, I'll be much better at making those decisions. And that's what I want. Like, I want to be able to make those decisions quickly. Alright. Let's do another one. Next scene. And maybe this one with no, like, terrible timer shenanigans. Set a pause. I have set a pause button, so I can do that and then pause. And then unpause with the same button. Same button pauses and unpauses. Great. All right, where are we at? Great, let's do it. Umbra neutral, that's not bad. Dark Flames neutral. Extremely dark today. I believe both Umbra and Dark Flames are chaos damage, which is the opposite of radiant damage. Dark Flames does not, in fact, burn things. That is true. Food synthesizer. Nell's giving me a sandwich for the road. What a loving and caring girlfriend. Nell is best girl. Alright, and where? That's inner. Okay. This could also be a verticalist seed. I should have burned the birds. Over, under, over, Over. Wind neutral. It didn't work. Too bad. My Dark Flame's not sufficiently powerful. Alright. I'm going to do my usual thing of going up and over first. I like this routing. And I'm fairly certain... Wow, everything is neutral this seed. What a seed. Swiss-made orbs. Consistent. Consistent orbs. All of the orbs consistent. Spaghetti. I do like being able to manipulate the AI of the enemies here. Like, convince the bat to go up instead of to the side. Yeah, just because it has flames in the title doesn't mean you can burn the vines with it. I think I am going to check the bridge. I think I don't like fading underneath the moat. But maybe that's correct. I don't know. Maybe it's correct, but I'm not doing it. Heck yeah. And our friend Maximilian is here. The hammer is great if I can remember how to use it. I don't have a lot of practice with hammer. Which vertical lets you skip raising the bridge entirely? Any. Double jump lets you do it. Not Teleria. But other than that, any. There it is. Ah. Things to be better at. Whew. Double jump. All right, cool. Yeah, it is a lot of actual time save. Like, it's not necessarily wrong to fade the drawbridge until you have something you can do with it. I can get engineer jump, I still can't get bombardiers. Blood? Blood minus. Right? Exactly, Mark Magus. Exactly. It's not flooded. We'll go here before going to Serene. Yes, using a hammer on the hammer giantesses is a lot of fun. Ice plus, okay. I think I have a Frozen Spires already. Empress robe and witch hat, huh? Pointy hat? Not relevant. Ah! That was cool. I didn't need to get this. Whatever. Alright, we are going up for a warp instead of back for a warp. And then we are going straight to Serene. I can get engineers. That's not worth backtracking for yet. And I have a D card? That's not a whole lot. That's so satisfying. A hammer is so big. I didn't time my second jump right. Well, a lot of present stuff, but not a lot of present access yet. I don't think I am ready for Canter in here. And now we find out whether or not we're drained here. We are not. Chaos Blade. Still no fire, though. But I do have my double jump, so I'm not fading any of the checks up here. I'm going to be grinning every time I hammer some giant baddie. It's going to be great. Really? Engineer Jump and Siren's Cave is all that's left after this, I think. And Canterin. Oh, and the check right before... the check right after the warp. Oh, and underneath the Twits. Oh, there's kind of a lot of places to go still. There's a lot of places to go still. I guess we'll check under the Twins after this, if this doesn't have progression. Big hammer. Let's go check the Twins. Still nothing pink. This would be a great time to be routing in pink. But alas... Aww. The miss, though. Okay. That's a great place for Water Mask and Wheel? Wow. Okay, that gets me access to Alana's Towers. But it's not worth it yet. I still don't have Gas Mask. But Water Mask and Wheel in the same room is hell of a room. I trust. I believe in myself. Oof. Raven Lord, I hate you. Do I have anything better? No. No. Oh, Chaos Blades. That requires an Ether, which I don't have. Oh, that's so rude. Wow, 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 wow. God, that's really hurting. I have time stop! Remembering the abilities you have access to. That's not relevant, right? That's really not relevant. I have warp shards. I have an warp shard. Okay, Caves of Banishment it is. Jeez. I do need to buy warp shards. I don't know where to... I guess I could go to Alana's Towers to buy warp shards? I can't actually do that. I might do just that if this is nothing. Oh, hey, a warp shard. Convenient. Warp shard lets me go one more place before going to Alana's Towers. Galaxy earrings, unfortunately not worth equipping. I don't remember what that ring is. Economizer. Okay. Year 1. I have a race coming up soon, Garrett. But my previous race went well. I am still in the winner's bracket. Hey, look, it's fire. Tag this save. Ilana's Towers for warp shards. Yep, it is coming up in 3 hours. I don't like doing this play here. Wow. I like doing this play a lot more now. This is the second time I have seen vertical in exactly that chest. And it's always like the most boneheaded play that ends up being rewarding. Honestly, that play is what got me third in the qualifiers. It was because I made this boneheaded play. I didn't even realize that what I was doing wasn't smart. I didn't realize that I didn't have enough vertical to make it into Ilana's Towers. And I was just like, I'm going to Ilana's Towers! And I got the light wall, like, miles ahead out of almost anybody else in the seed. Like, Crimdall and Planeswater made similar plays. And they... not Planeswater, Urza. Crimdall and Urza made similar plays. And they were the other top 3. Oh, I don't know the mana for that. Okay. Pyro. Alright, I want my sand back. Sometimes you turn a 2-pair into a full house. True. Do I have an ether? Anything to get out of this fight sooner. V, aura. Short on Timespinner pieces. Where am I going after this? Water mask, no gas mask. I have the warp shards. We're going to start checking one off. So we're going to go to Waterfall, and then we're going to go to Eels, and then we're going to, I guess we're going to kill Cantarin. I've already bought warp shards. Modern to Zarians, huh? Okay. Gun minus. The other piece of gun minus. Bombardier and Engineer jump first. I didn't go this way with, Did I get Engineer? I did not. That felt super smooth, and then I got rewarded with a neurotoxin. Thanks. Now Waterfall. That's not Waterfall. That's Waterfall. I haven't gotten Bat Ledge. This feels pretty good for 25 minutes in. Yes, I agree. You hear that in GLaDOS' voice? Sure. Is that your race against Crimdall Planeswater? I watched that, but I don't remember much of it. Oh, versus Talon. Okay, yeah, I didn't watch that one. Warping. Check Eels, check Cantarin, check Lake Serene. And then after that, go Modern. Oh, burn Vines, then go Modern. Right before single jump light wall. Oh no. All right, I guess we're doing it legit. Don't I have an economizer? What am I doing here? Also ice. Ice is real. Let's go burn some vines and check drained Flooded Lake Serene. Where is my fire? I have pyro. That'll work. Okay. The bee trap gave me a level up. Good trap. I'm into it. Rewarded. Shiny rock, whatever. With Teleria, I don't have the tools to read that in time. I will just loot it. Shadow Seal. I'm not very good at Shadow Seal plays, because I am more likely to die than gain an advantage. I should have taken that warp. That would have been smarter than going through this water. With Teleria, I think I am happier warping up to post Azure Queen to do the vines. Just equip Shadow Seal and play as normal, sure. And if my orbs were any good, I might just do that. But instead, I am still relying on... Oh my god, please. The other thing I'm doing. Check Skelly. Believe in your friend Skelly. Skelly has betrayed you far too many times. How could you have believed? Wow. Flooded? Okay, we're taking the top route. And I am just ignoring the bottom. Till I need to. Shadow Seal is good if you are bad at the game too. Everybody can enjoy Shadow Seal. Fun for all ages. Hey, look, it's a gear. Spindle and gear away now. Okay. Oh, and I have the right location. I'm still taking top route. And it's quicker to do from here, I think. With the stupid water in the way. Maybe it's quicker to do from here if I am not taking damage by running into random Shavures all the time. Oh, it was a trap. I couldn't even tell. Radiant Orb neutral. Let's go to the library. Good night, sweet idol. And I have Kobo. We can fight Ifrit Spot. If only I had a good melee orb. Honestly, I think I would rather have... Oh, God. Neutral Radiant than Neutral Umbra, but both potentially relevant. Look who's neutral today! No tablet, unfortunately. Forbidden minus? Probably not. There's that gas mask. Guess what's in logic? Thought Shadow wasn't supposed to work with ice. I don't know why I equipped Shadow there, but it looked like I got some extra damage out of it, which is interesting. I have D. Alright, I have all of the healing I could possibly want. Now I just gotta figure out where I'm actually going. I have no idea. Maw. Practice my time stop strats. So this should be like just as quick now, given that I have both Teleria and Sash. Nothing worth keeping. It's still probably a little quicker to quit out. Nothing impressive. Yeah, that's interesting, that the first part isn't affected by Shadow Seal, but once the thing is just sitting out on the field, it is affected by Shadow Seal. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm not saving here because I trust. That's sure what it seems like, Mark Magus. Yo! Alright, that's go mode. We're out. We're done. What a seed. I still don't have a goddamn plus orb except ice. Ice rules? Ice is questionable. How do I fight you? Alright, Economizer Hammer it is. Okay, I know how to deal with this one. Alright, yeah, we found one fight where Ice Plus is good. 40-36? Okay, I gotta go see how other people did on the seed, because this feels real fast. Do I think other people would have played the seed the same way? Were my decisions good? I don't know. I know that there's definitely some execution stuff that I can clean up, so it wasn't like the fastest I could possibly have gone, even with, you know, good routing, bad routing. Do I think my decision making was good? A lot of my decision making, I mean, it's like, let's see. Those last two pieces of the time spinner were in logic as soon as I got Teleria. And I got Teleria relatively early this seed, I think. I think the Maw Caves are a good place to just go, as long as you can get all the checks. Even if you don't have any intent to kill Maw. Which I think a lot of the time is where I'm gonna be at. Like, I could have gone to Maw Caves sooner. Although I definitely wanted to get the Sash first, because I didn't want to abandon any checks in Maw Caves. Like, abandoning checks in Ilana's hurts to go back, but it's such a low percentage of the checks that are there. There's a lot of checks in Ilana's towers. And if you don't have extra vertical in Maw Caves, you are abandoning, like, 50% of the checks there. You are getting extremely low value out of going into the Maw Caves without vertical. Do I think my routing was good? Overall, I think so. Like, I think waiting to do the one-offs with the water mask until after I had warp shards was a good idea. Overall, the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to lean towards Coolio's thing with the moat. Like, maybe I'll just start skipping moat until I come back with vertical, and then that gives me some incentive to do, like, moat, bombardiers, engineer jump all at once. So, less incentive to fade bombardiers and less incentive to fade engineer jump. What else? Now I gotta think about, like, all the decisions I made on the way in and where I was going. I think overall I'm pretty happy with my routing. I don't think there's any, like, drastic changes I want to make at this point. Like, I am happy with prioritizing warps. I am happy with... I think I am happy with skipping bosses until it's proven that I need them. Like, I am okay with last locationing the Golden Idol, for example. Ilana will still go kill because she's getting, like, 5 checks, but... Yeah, I don't think there's any obvious thing in my mind, like, oh, I should have gone to this place, other than, like, I should have guessed right, right? Like, oh, I should have guessed right. Like, how... You can't do that. You can't... That's not a real thing. But yeah, it might be worth it to review my practice and go over my decisions, like, with the idea of assessing my decisions as opposed to the idea of getting technical practice. I don't think I made any terrible choices. I mean, there were a couple things, like, as I said them, I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. But, I mean, the one big one that I can remember of, like, as I said it, being like, I don't think this is a good idea, got me Sash, so it paid off. Like, is it worth it to go Courtyard just to get warp shards? I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 checks, depending on how much vertical you have at that point. If you don't have... If I'm still on, like, single jump light wall, or... Why was that a bad idea? Because I couldn't go anywhere else. I didn't have a way into the towers. It was... I guess I had double jump, right? I double jump in Teleria? Double jump in Teleria is... IMO a slow way to route the towers. If I had time stop, I'd feel a little bit better about it. But... Double jump, no Teleria? Yeah, if I was just on double jump, then that was a terrible decision. I was getting 1 check. Yeah, I was going there for 1 check. And I couldn't even buy warp shards at that point. It turns out that 1 check was Sash, so it made a huge difference. Like, that was a correct decision. But I don't like it. Like, not necessarily correct decision. It was a decision that paid off. But I think it is a risky play. I think it is a low reward play. So not necessarily wrong, but I need to be intentional about those kinds of decisions. If I'm playing something better than me, someone better than me, I might make that play in the hopes that that's how I win the seed. Yeah, exactly, Garrett. If I think that, assuming we all make the same kinds of decisions, that I'm going to be behind because they're better than me at execution, then I need to make some of those riskier plays in order to give myself a chance at winning. So I have to know whether a play I am making is risky or not. And I have to make that decision based on how I feel about my opponent's execution. Right? Like, if I'm up against someone that I feel like I'm a better executor then making those one-off checks is, like, a good way to get them back into the game. Right? Maybe it's honestly a good idea in that case anyway. So if I think I'm way better than them and that's the only way they get back into the game, maybe it's a good idea. But I think if it's close, but I still feel like I'm better, then I want to take the more straightforward checks. I want to take the statistically better plays. Exactly, Mark Magus. And I think that's, like, the order in which I want to be able to tell. It's like, this is an order of magnitude more risky than doing something else, right? Like, I am going here for 1 or 2 checks, and it's going to take a significant amount of time, versus heading into Maw Cave and getting, 8 checks, or heading into Alana's Towers and getting 12, 15, however many checks are in there, right? Like, I want to be able to make that differentiation. Like, that can also, there's also backtracking. Like, I'm somewhat incentivized to not go to Siren's Cave, for example, until after I get the Water Mask. And that is absolutely a thing that I am playing towards. And I think I am okay with those decisions. I would rather not have to backtrack. The one place that I find that I'm not playing that way is Desolation. I keep going to Desolation before burning Vines and before killing Maw, and not not playing towards the backtracking. But that feels like I'm frequently in a position where there's no other checks to make and I have to go to Desolation. So I don't know. I think at some point I want to go over one of my practice seeds, maybe multiple of my practice seeds, with kind of a fine-tooth comb and be like, okay, this is what the graph looks like at this point. These are the checks I can go make, and this is approximately how much time I think it'll take me to go make those checks. I think I'm going to start skipping Moat, though. The more I think about it, the more I think Coolio's right. Alright, that said, I do have time for another seed, but I also want to have time to get food before my race in 2-ish hours. So I think instead of cutting it close and trying to cram food into, like, 45 minutes or something, I'm going to cut stream here.